What's happening, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to make French onion soup. Everyone loves it. My wife loves it. I'm not a French onion soup guy, but I make it for my wife because, well, that's her ish, I guess. Alright, so what I've got going here right now, I got 3 tablespoons of olive oil with a pound of yellow onion sliced, like this, and 1 big red onion sliced the same way. Now what you're doing is you're sauteing the onions. Now once they start to wilt and get translucent, we have to begin to caramelize the onions. Give them that brown tone. And I have a special guest star, my slowly encroaching baby girl. She's so happy. Okay, sweetie, give Daddy a second. He's showing people how to make soup, and you see a puff. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to saute these. They're going to get all shriveling like a man on a cold winter's day. And then we'll start to caramelize them. But for now, you're going to start with 1 pound of yellow onions, 1 big red onion sliced over medium heat with 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So stick around. Alright, as you can see now, we're about 5 minutes in. You can see everything's starting to reduce. All the big rings of onions are starting to separate. And that's what you're looking for. Now, there are a lot of people watching this who are like, oh, onion. But then they love French onion soup. So, we're going to let this keep going. And once it's a nice little soft pile of sliced onion, like I said earlier, we will begin to worry about caramelizing. Now, if you see stuff like this, you can just take your spoon and just give them a few whacks and it'll separate the rings. That way they can cook better. Or if you really feel inclined, you can go the whole 9 yards and separate, the rings when you put them in the pot. But I just dump it all in there. It's easier. But yeah, we'll be back when it's time to start browning these bad boys up. So stick around. Alright, as you can see, they're nice and translucent where we want them to be. The onions, that is. Now what we're going to do is you're going to caramelize them. So you're going to take 2 tablespoons of butter, toss it in there, let that melt up. Then you're going to take, to help with the caramelization, some sugar, about a teaspoon, a little less, about a half a teaspoon, I'm sorry, like that. And that will help caramelize these onions. Okay? Now, you're going to turn your heat to about medium-high, give it a little bit more. And now this is where you have to be really attentive, constantly stirring and mixing and watching this, because caramelizing and burning are 2 different things. You'll know when you burn the onions because it don't smell good. I have an assistant. Chelsea. Hi. Love her to death. Alright, so I'm going to have to put the camera down because my lovely wife is working. So I will be back when these start to caramelize, and we will move on to the next step of making delicious French onion soup. Stick around. Alright guys, as you can see, we're about 8 to 10 minutes into caramelization. Butter's in there, they're starting to turn brown. That's what you're looking for. Now, when you're making French onion soup, you need to know it's all about patience. You can't rush this. You can't crank the heat up, because if you crank the heat up, you will burn the onions, and that makes a nasty soup. So you need to take your time while doing this. Keep it on medium to medium-high heat. It can take 20 to 30 minutes to properly caramelize the onions. But as you can see, we have this big full pot of onion, and now we got all this at the bottom. But you just have to, be patient and take your time, and it'll come out delicious. So stick around. Like I said before, once these are caramelized, I'll take you to the next step. Alright, they are almost there. See how they're starting to darken from that light brown from that was way light brown. That was like Italian olive tan brown. I'm Italian, I can say it, leave me alone. What we want these to be is like a dark, almost like a dark brown sugar, not that dark. So I'm going to keep stirring these, keep an eye on them. Once they are close to being done, we're going to add some garlic, but we'll get to that when the time comes. So hang out, and we'll get back to it. Alright, we are right where we need to be with the onions. They darken a little bit more. Now we're going to take our garlic, toss in there. It's just 3 cloves of minced garlic. I'm going to mix that in there. It's just to add flavor, add a little extra kick to it. If you're not a big garlic person, you can add a lot less. You can add 1 clove, 2 cloves, 3 cloves. If you're a big garlic person, you can add more. But as an Italian, I think 3 cloves hits the spot. We're going to give this 5 minutes. Alright, stick around. Alright guys, garlic is well and truly sauteed in there. Now what we're going to do is take a box of beef stock, 32 ounces, 1 box. Okay? Squeeze it on in there. Right? This is that's the oven I gotta make my son fish sticks. Right. Now, I'm gonna stir it up. Now this is a small batch, obviously. Look how big the pot is. But you need to use a deep pot to wilt the onions. Then you're gonna take your thyme. Should open this first, but you're going to take some ground thyme. You can use fresh thyme. Fresh thyme works fine. Just a little, there you go. Okay? Now that's about a teaspoon or 2. That's all you need. Then you're going to take 3 bay leaves. There's 2. There's 3. You're going to stir all that in. Now don't eat the bay leaves when you go to eat the soup. You can already see it looks pretty tasty. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to go back over to your... Oh, Jesus. Hi, Chelsea. What you doing? It's helping Dad cook. Now you're going to go over to your pantry, wherever you keep your pots and pans. This ain't a pantry, it's a Lazy Susan. You're going to cover it. You're going to turn the heat on to high. And then once it boils, you're going to turn it back down to low and simmer it. You're going to simmer it for 30 minutes. And then, of course, you salt and pepper it to taste, and you're good to go. But, you know, stick around. I'll show you the finished product. I got a loaf of Italian bread. You're supposed to use French bread, but I got Italian bread and mozzarella. It's typically French bread, and I think it's pronounced Gruyere or Gruyere cheese. But we're doing Italian bread and mozzarella. So stick around, and we'll take care of that. And here it is, the finished product. You toast your French bread, put it on top of the soup, layer on your mozzarella cheese, throw it in the broiler, let it get melty and brown like this, and you'll have a delicious bowl of French onion soup. Thanks for watching.